Hassan Chitoui owns a farm in the Manouba region of northern Tunisia. He not only cultivates wheat and barley in the traditional way, but he's made an exceptional effort to produce two new types of seeds with great yields. Hassan's wheat seeds can produce 10 times the normal amount and are helping to guarantee food security in Tunisia.
Hassan Chitoui spent several hours at his laboratory. This is where he keeps a unique collection of domestic seeds, including the one that has revolutionized his crop. Hassan is a self-taught man in the agricultural field. His practical experience in the land and his intimate relationship with wheat and barley made him a pioneer in the field of domestic seeds that can give the country food security.
The seeds I've revived can grow in extreme conditions. The first type gives 100 ears of grain. The second seed had given 194 ears of grain. This is a miracle of nature. I've planted over 700 hectares, analyzed and tested over 40 different seeds in the last 25 years. The results are astonishing.
3 years ago, the Ministry of Energy and Mines authorized the construction of a gigantic electric power station only 1 kilometer from Hassan's farm. Experts spent several weeks digging and drilling into the ground. Many fossils from the Roman era were excavated during the operation. Tons of soil were unloaded on the farmer's land.
I did not touch the soil or the fossils, which were thousands of years old. I just observed the land without any intervention. There was a Roman cemetery in this area. Many people were buried with seeds which were perfectly conserved. This is part of Roman funerary practices. The seeds are of Roman origin.
Although Tunisia has been importing grains and varieties of seeds since the 1990s, Hassan believes in the fertility of the land and the quality of its indigenous local seeds, which can improve quality because they were used by the Romans and natives of this region thousands of years ago.
The states opted for importing seeds from abroad. This strategy failed to meet the needs of farmers who are suffering from the dependency on imported seeds which do not adapt to a North African climate. Tunisia abandoned the indigenous seeds which have been used for over 3,000 years to hybrid seeds.
Hassan Mansour is one of the first agronomists and landowners who have believed in the baraka seed after being cautious at the beginning, before adopting the seed of Hassan Chitoui.
I planted some seeds in my garden in the first year. I took notes and followed their development every day. The results were extraordinary, so I planted hectares in the second year, some 10 seeds in per square meter, and each seed gave me 194 ears of grain.
Mansour advises other Tunisian farmers to rely on the baraka seed to increase productivity.
Each baraka seed can produce some 200 to 300 grams and even more. I'm interested in planting all my land. The revolution is real. This is the future. I've never seen such a successful crop in my 40-year career.
The National Gene Bank of Tunisia is an administrative institution under the authority of the Ministry of Local Affairs and Environment. The bank started its activities in 2007 with the mandate to coordinate and promote the conservation and the sustainable use of animals, plants, and microorganisms. The Seed Gene Bank conserves about 40,000 accessions, including a large diversity of crop species, such as cereal crops that have been historically staple crops in North Africa. Hassan Chitoui seeds are also conserved in these national laboratories.
The Gene Bank has followed closely this year's crop of the revolutionary seed. The seeds were planted. That's when the official experiment began. 30 centimeters is the distance between each seed. I returned with other researchers 1 month later in January. Hassan was manually weeding. We followed the seeds until June.
The Director General of the National Gene Bank of Tunisia says that experts will provide the technical assistance and agricultural guidance to any farmer who will choose to plant Hassan's baraka seeds.
I was present during harvesting in June. I counted the ears of the grain with my own hands. It weighs 6.26 grams, while the best Tunisian ears of grain do not even weigh more than 3 grams. Research continues here at the Gene Bank, in the laboratories and in the field to determine the origin of this grain. Meanwhile, we will assist and support Hassan and all farmers who will use his seeds.
The president of the Tunisian Union of Agriculture and Fisheries asserts that agriculture is the solution to the country's economic woes, contributing up to 10% in GDP and employing over 600,000 people. This vital sector also contributes to the commercial balance, accounting for 10% of exports to the international markets.
We are proud of Tunisian farmers. All the people involved in the food production chain, including researchers, deserve more financial aid and support. If we can feed millions of people, then we can limit the impact of the coronavirus crisis on the society and the economy.
Hassan Chtiwi calls on the Ministry of Agriculture as well as the Tunisian Union of Agriculture and Fisheries to accompany farmers and researchers in inner regions in their quest for the production and preservation of the perfect domestic seeds. Adnan Shawishi, CGTN, Manouba, Tunisia.